Jerry Rice joining us on behalf of Van Heusen, their new flex collar dress shirts, which give up to an extra inch of neck room. Learn more at vanheusen.com. We were just having fun during the commercial break as Paulie was trying to, put his body on.
Jam me up.
I know he was trying to jam you up.
I'm getting called out today for some reason. I don't know. I might have to come out of retirement.
But look, I called out Michael Jordan.
Called me. I cannot believe you called me out, Dan.
But Jerry, I called out Michael Jordan. I would want a chance to score on Michael Jordan right now. I would love to have an opportunity to just, you off the line of scrimmage and just see if I could pop you.
No, that would never happen.
I know.
It would never happen. But I would not let you get your hands on me, Dan.
Okay. Who was the guy that when you lined up across from him, that it was a little bit different than anybody else? Was there a defensive back that you remember?
Deion Sanders, Darryl Green. Defensive backs are your most gifted athletes.
So you would rather have a guy who was more physical than fast on you? Because you're talking about Deion and Darryl Green are two of the fastest guys to ever play.
Well, yeah, I would prefer a guy to be more physical with me because I can feel this guy all the way downfield. I know exactly where he's at. A guy at the line of scrimmage, like Deion, when he first came into the league, he was more known just for his speed. And he wanted you to release off the line of scrimmage where he could run with you because you could not run him. So it was all about winning at the line of scrimmage. 2 or 3 moves at the line, get him off his base, make him feel uncomfortable, now get into your route. So it's a strategy game when you go up against a fast defensive back.
If you were coming out now and ran a 4.6 40, was that what it was? Was that official time was 4.6?
Yeah, but if you had someone chasing me trying to hurt me,
I never saw him catch you.
No, I could run a 4.2. I didn't have just – if you wanted me to line up on the line of scrimmage and run a 40, nah. That was just not something that I wanted to do. But if you had someone chasing me, I feel I always had football speed where I could run away from defensive backs and from players.
If I had, who could I have chase you? If you were at the combine and I said, this guy's going to chase you.
Like J.J. Watt, something like that. J.J. Watt or, any of these.
If Ray Lewis was chasing
Ray Lewis, yeah, 4.2. Probably go 4.1.
But if you had but here you are at a small school and you run a 4.6, I think is what you were on record.
But football speed.
But they wouldn't look at you differently. They would look at you as a guy who ran 4.6 at Mississippi Valley.
Yeah, and when I first came into the league, that was the knock on me because they felt I was not fast enough. And I knew I had the burst. I knew I had football speed. A lot of guys can run an exceptional combine speed, and then once they get in pads, the uniform, they don't look as fast. So I had football speed. So being able to come out of my routes, being able to get top speed in 5 steps, all of those things really factored into the reason why I was able to be so good on the football field.
Were you high maintenance in the huddle?
No, never.
You never? Could you go back and say to Joe, come on, man?
No, all I had to do was look at Joe or look at Steve a certain way. They knew to get me the ball. It's body language. It was body language. But, we had such a great situation, and we worked every day because during the week, if you came to a practice to watch the San Francisco 49ers, it was just like a game situation. So we had done all of those exceptional plays during the week, and then when you see those plays on that Sunday or that Monday, and you're like, wow, like how did they do that? We did that over and over again during the week.
Difference in catching a ball from a right-handed quarterback and a
different
left-handed.
Spin on it. Different spin.
Yeah.
And Steve, he had a different spin, and I had this equipment guy named Ted Walsh, and he was a lefty. And when Steve took over, I in between drills, I would have this guy just to throw me balls because it's just that different spin. And I was able to adjust, and Steve and I, we went on to make a pretty good tandem.
And you never choose between the two?
Well, because whoever is on the center, I have to go with. And I have to taper my game to that individual. So, Joe.
But if you haven't won your entire career.
Joe, come on. You got Joe, you got Steve Young. You got 2 great Hall of Famers. I mean, you got two guys that came to work every day, two guys that was very professional, that wanted to get better. So, Joe, he brought something special to the game, also Steve.
But they were different in their approaches.
Joe was more of a timing quarterback.
Yes.
So Joe would take a 3-step drop or a 5-step drop, and you knew the ball was in the air. Steve had to work on that phase of the game, but he got better.
Could he have played tailback?
Steve Young?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was fast. He was fast.
He was good.
Yeah.
I mean, he was athletic back there.
Yeah.
We look at athletes now at that position.
Yeah.
They were telling Steve, don't be athletic.
Well, I'm not racist or anything like that, but he was a fast white boy.
Was he fast?
I want to make that clear. I want to make that clear, guys. But that's Steve Young.
So you're making it clear that Steve Young was white.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what you're making.
But, man, you talking about just an awesome individual.
Was he faster than you?
No, I wouldn't say that because I had great top speed. Steve was one of those guys that could start fast, but then he was going to fall off.
If you look at today's quarterbacks, you still have that pocket passer who's the elite quarterback. I mean, you have to have mobility.
I think you're always going to have that pocket passer. And when you're a pocket passer, I think you have to tailor your game just a little because now you got to be able to read defenses just a little bit more. And, with certain guys that are like, say, a Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick, you can tell he wants to be more of a pocket passer this year where he can be able to read defenses, where he knows where the primary, the second, the third, and where he knows exactly where he wants to throw the ball before this at the snap of the
But his
play.
weapon, part of his weapons are his legs.
I understand, but I think with guys being so physical now, guys being so fast, anytime you run the football, you jeopardizing your career.
But you can run like Russell Wilson does. He's smart.
Yeah, he's smart, but eventually, he's going to get caught. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen with the majority of quarterbacks because at times you got to get out of pocket and you got to try to scramble and make something happen. Even say Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. Those two guys, they want to be pocket passers, but eventually they have to get out of the pocket and try to make something happen.
Hardest you ever got hit?
The hardest I ever got hit is I got hit against the Buffalo Bills, and I got knocked out completely.
Don't remember anything?
I was snoring. The guy said I was snoring. They said I was drooling at the mouth, doing everything. And then you walk over. They ask you what you had for breakfast. Do you know exactly what happened? I said, yeah, I know what happened. I was trying to shake and bake just a little bit too much because when you catch the football over the middle, the first thing you want to do is go downhill. Because you got that defensive line, they're pursuing, and they're coming to take you out. And
who hit you?
I don't know, but I decided to dance. I decided to dance a little bit on that day, and that was it.
Rodney Harrison got you
many times. Yeah, he tried to. He wanted to take me out of the.
Well, he got fined, I think, $100,000.
Yeah, but but Dan, I was a big boy. I could take it. You could, the thing about me, you can unload your best shot on me. And even if I'm hurt, I'm still going to get up. Somehow I'm going to get back to the huddle because I'm not going to give you that satisfaction that you put me down. Now, I might get back to the huddle and my teammates might say, hey, Jerry, are you okay? And I'm like, no, but I'm not going to give you that credit.
Can you stick around for another segment?
Yeah. I brought a shirt for you, too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'll unveil it. I'll put it on when we come back.
Well, yeah, fantastic.
All right, so Jerry joining us on behalf of Van Heusen, their new flex collar dress shirts, where you get up to an extra half-inch of neck room. Learn more at vanheusen.com. I want to talk about gloves when we come back.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm going to talk about, we'll clear it up here. I'm going to talk about if they're performance enhancing. And it felt like there was sensitivity on your part of being asked about this recently. Is that fair assessment?
No.
You're cool with it?
I'm cool with it, man.
No, you got to build it up a little. We're going to break. You got to say.
Everybody know about my work ethic, so I'm cool with it. But I'll be glad to explain it when we come back.
No, that's when you have to say, I am so angry about this question.
I'm angry. I'm fired up.
We'll come back with Jerry Rice after this. Dan Patrick Show.